We are live. Alright.
Another edition of DP Live.
Yeah, we on another edition of DP Live, so make sure to invite all your DP friends.
Make sure you invite all your other friends who have a screwed up life like we do. to join in our fun.
Yeah, so we're just gonna be answering some questions. I got a couple questions. One guy sent me. I got a few questions from him, and then I'm gonna go over some that were dropped in my videos.
Good deal.
Damn it. Alright, we're good. We are good.
Go.
We are good to rock. We'll wait and see if anybody pops up in here.
See if we got any takers.
See if we got any takers. Let's go. Yeah, my voice is just louder than yours. It must be just your headphones.
Yeah, I'll try to talk as loud. I'll try to talk as loud as I can.
We got one person in here. Comment below who you are and if you got any questions, because we're doing a Q&A. Okay, I'm playing some Fortnite. James playing some
Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, we just chopping them down. I'm over here building shit in my astronaut suit, or whatever I am, motorcycle.
I downloaded that Fortnite. I'm gonna have to try it one of these days.
Did you?
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have to get up on it. Dude, everybody is over here. Damn, what are y'all having a fucking meeting?
So what's the questions?
Alright, let's answer some questions and we'll go over this shit. Let me get my shit up. Pull these questions up, and if anybody hops in, alright, first one we got is, let's go over. Alright, I'll go over Tanner's questions last. Tanner says he can't comment on YouTube and ask live questions, so that's why he can't join the live stream. So I'll be sure to go over his email he sent me. But Alex Dead said, how's the Prozac doing? That's a good question, man. You know, I've been on Prozac for like a year now. And, you know, I don't know which one's working with what, but I don't, like, that's the thing, like, I don't overthink it. I don't, like, concentrate so much on what medication is, and I think that's a big problem.
You don't sit there and really dissect to see if you know the difference between being on it and being off it. That ain't gonna do nothing but fuel your...
Yeah, and that gives you more anxiety.
Yeah.
That's kind of defeating the purpose.
Focus on yourself even more than you're already trying not to.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, to answer your question, it's still going good. You know, I haven't had any crazy panic attacks. I've been getting stupid exposure. You know, fuck, man, I've been killing it. Man, I've been doing it. And, so, you know, I didn't have me personally. I'm not telling anybody to get on Prozac. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, I just wanted to share my story to, like, give people a positive outlook on side effects, because I didn't have any side effects. And, but I think that was also boiled down to that I didn't think about it too much.
Yeah. Because you give yourself side effects from anything if you think about it too much.
Yeah, yeah. So,
that's like me and Zoloft. On me, Man, it doesn't really like. The only real side effect I have from it is sometimes I get the upset stomach, but that's more just like when you just started. Eventually, like it,
Yeah.
you may notice it every now and then, but it's not something.
That's just the medication getting used to your system.
Yeah, exactly. It's I noticed that, and then on some of the other ones I've been on, I noticed it gave me dry mouth and dry eyes. But that's it. That's the only thing I ever really noticed.
Yeah, like different medications, like what they like. I don't know, man. Like side effects, it's just because everybody's system's different. So like, you may take one medication and it may adjust to your body differently. It's not really like a side effect or a symptom. It's just the way it adjusts to your body. So instead of looking at it as like, oh, it's got crazy side effects, that just may have been one dude's reaction. Like you may have to try another medication if you got crazy fucking reactions to the medication that it's like giving you diarrhea all the time or making you bloated, or maybe like that just ain't the one for you. They're all SSRIs. They all increase serotonin.
And that's the thing is, man, and the thing is what people think, they read all these horror stories about, people like, oh man, these people saying this medication does this. The only people who get online and write about what their medication did is people who have bad experiences. People who have good experiences just go on living their life.
Exactly.
They don't take the time to go online and write about it. That's just people who, it's like the people who are on Yelp. People are only on Yelp to be annoying and to give people bad reviews.
Yeah.
Someone who has a bad experience is much more likely to write about it and take time to do it than somebody who had a good. That's just how it is.
So like if you're looking to get on medication, it's all preference. Like it's just about like how long have you been trying to do it naturally? How good is that working? Do you need an extra boost? Like some people need an extra boost, and there ain't no fucking, there's no shame in that. Like
yeah, exactly.
But like some people need it, some people don't. Yeah. So to answer your question, it's still going good. I just don't think about it so much. Next question. McGill Fleet says, "I love you, man." Hey, look, bro, I love you too. It's all mutual here, man. Camilo says, "Thanks for the video, man. Really helped me. I'm glad it helped you, man." Let's find some questions. Are you still on Prozac? Yes, I'm still on Prozac. Alright, here we go. Another one about medication. And it's kind of a, I don't know. I'll just read the whole question. Wonder Crave said, medication doesn't cure, it just sugarcoats the issues that are already there by covering them up for a short period of time until the next pill. As with agoraphobia and all that, it cannot cure either one of those disorders, as the actual cure to is exposure, just as much as any mental disorder. A mixture between exposure, therapy, supplementation, diet, and exercise, which is normally what I'm doing for all mental issues, has literally cured my DPR fully. And some other disorders we're still working on to fully cure. Alright, so like that is it's right, but like I don't think of medication as a sugarcoat. I just think of it as a tool, like an extra boost. Like
I think he's more talking about like Xanax and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because that is, but at the same time there's nothing wrong. Like I agree with you, that pill's never gonna heal you. I'm not disagreeing with him there, but at the same time, it can get you level enough to be able to face the things you need to. But
exactly.
In the end, he's right. You are going to have to do it for the other ways. But this is a way. But medication is a way and a tool that can help you have less of those bad days. And yeah, you're going to have to face it without the medication eventually to fully cure yourself from it. But sometimes you just sometimes you need a freaking Xanax just to chill out if you're having one of them days where you're totally overwhelmed. It's like it's a tool. And
Indiana Joe. Yeah, Indiana Joe Vlog says, "What's up? This is weird. Is this live?" I'm not trolling either. LOL. Yeah, man, it's live. You can. We just bullshit on here and we'll play a game and answer questions about fucking anxiety, depression, really anything. And yeah, man, it's just a chill live stream. But yeah, we are live. We're gonna get back in these questions.
Dude, I'm getting smoked on Call of Duty right now on this new map.
Alright, here goes Drummer Boy 2595. He's also got a YouTube channel, I think. Yeah. Hey, man, I fully got over this shit in a month. Props to you, dude, man. It's a good job, man. I guess you finally got a hold of it quick and figured out what you need to do to get rid of the shit. And it's because...
was that a live comment?
No. No, I went back to shit on my videos. It's because I found videos like this, and I started making my own videos to pass on recovery. Thank you, dude. You're a big... Fuck, hold on. You're a big help to a lot of people. You're a big help to a lot of people, and maybe we could FaceTime and do a video to help others. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Yeah, that you got over that shit in a month, man. You know, it's different for everybody, because it's really just about how quick you figure out what the fuck you need to do, what depersonalization is, why you got it, like why you have anxiety in general, and then you figure out what steps you need to take and like getting back out there and exposure. Because when you first get it, everybody's scared to leave the house, scared to fucking do anything, because you don't know what's wrong with you. You think you're fucking dying or something. So that's where it comes, like people get over it like you in like a month, because you figured it out so quick and you found videos. Like that's why I started making videos. Yeah, because I started making videos because I was like, fuck, man, like it took me months to figure out what I need to do to start, when somebody else can watch this the first day and like go ahead and start on it, man. And I got all this shit about it, and yeah, man, so that's awesome. Hello, sir. Suffering from DP since 3.5 years. What I want to ask is, are there any specific foods we should stay away from? Man, that's like...
Processed foods.
Yeah. I mean, in general, like you want to eat whole foods, a lot of vegetables for sure.
Processed foods and drinks high in caffeine.
Yeah, that's two that I would... Yeah, any kind of chips, anything like chips or anything in a bag that's already made up, like... or like greasy foods, like shit like that, like you want to stay away from, which is like pretty much common sense. But like that shit can like, it aggravates everything, man, because it can fluctuate your blood sugar, and it can do all kind of weird shit. But like when you have a balanced diet, I've noticed this, dude. Let me tell you something. So I suffered with anxiety before this. It wasn't like this kind of anxiety, but it was anxiety, and I was always worried and shit. And I noticed that whenever I got in the gym, I got my ass in the gym and I got on a diet and I drink a gallon of water a day, dude, I felt fucking great. I felt happy. I felt fucking like motivated. I wasn't tired all the time. Like just changing that can do some crazy shit. So, I mean, just eat a fucking, like, I just say a caveman diet. Like, if you can kill it, grow it.
Yeah, stick to, you know, the old-fashioned rule: 75% veggies, 25% meat.
Yeah, and if you're getting a fuck ton of veggies, dude, like, you don't need no supplements. Like, if you're eating your fucking green leafy vegetables, you don't need, like, multivitamins and shit. If you're eating a really fucking healthy diet, which I don't, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't fucking eat a lot of vegetables, so I take a multivitamin, but I need to start. But yeah, man, there's like, you know, I mean, of course, like if you're like super interested, you can go get a food allergy test and see if there's any foods you're allergic to that are like causing inflammation or anxiety or whatever. But I mean, as far as basic anxiety, man, just stay away from the processed shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, I agree with that, but at the same time, people put way too much stock in that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
When you get to the level where you're worried about if the food's giving you anxiety, you're having just regular anxiety about everything. It's not the food that's making you.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. I think somebody commented back on the video again. What we got? Yeah, anxiety sucks. I struggle with it big time. Natural is the way to go. Yep, pretty much. 100% truth. That is me. I am afraid to eat. LOL. Look, man, it's like
Was that a live comment?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Well, yeah, man. That go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I was like that in the beginning. Like when I had crazy anxiety, I wouldn't eat or nothing because my nerves was so high. But
dude, I agree, man. Like when I first started dealing with PTSD, I was down to the point where I wasn't worried about like what food. I was worried about like maybe this freaking shampoo is making me anxious.
Yeah.
Maybe this toothpaste. Like,
yeah,
it was
dude,
to
me
that
too.
level. That's how anxious I was. Like,
Dude, I remember I went and got, cause I was reading up how there's what's it called inside of toothpaste? Fluoride.
yeah.
I was reading how that can cause anxiety. I went and got organic toothpaste, dude. Like, so I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, like, it's like, sorry, I'm still reading these comments. I don't know, man. It's just you got to just find you a balanced diet, and as long as you're eating whole foods and not like a bunch of sugary shit, there's nothing to be afraid of, because like that's a healthy diet. So like, you know, sweet potatoes and brown rice and all your vegetables and lean meats, like just stick to that shit and you're good. Like you're golden for sure. That's all I gotta say about that.
And that's all I got to say about that.
And that's all I got to say. It feels like you're going to have the stomach flu. Yeah, I'm eating pretty healthy. Oatmeal helps me out a ton. Yeah, man, oatmeal's super good for you.
Yeah, that's all around. That ain't just with DP. That's every oatmeal's good for everything.
Yeah, that's just a healthy grain. I have trouble eating meat. Man, like you know, I mean you need protein in your diet, but meat's not like I eat a lot of meat because like I'm trying to gain weight and muscle, so I eat a lot of protein. But like, you know, just to like everyday life, dude, you don't gotta have like a lot of protein. Like, eat a lot of vegetables, have some balanced carbs, and eat you like, I don't know, like a fucking.
Maybe some healthy fats like avocado.
Yeah. Fats are what's really good. He said he eats nuts and almonds. That's perfect. That's a perfect fat, man.
That's good. That's heavy calorie though, so be careful. Don't overdo it on them.
But like that, yeah, that's a perfect snack. All right, we'll be right back. Indiana Joe Vlogs. We're gonna go answer some questions. I'm hopping back and forth and going over these questions these people have asked me over these weeks. Oh, let's see. What's her name? Amanda Kamak. Sorry if I fucked that name up, Amanda. Just finished week 2. I will usually get a super good feeling out of nowhere. Then I'll get super anxious and feel out of it. Has anyone else felt this? She's going, I guess you're referring to Prozac. Let's see. Yeah, Prozac. Yeah, that's not necessarily the Prozac, you know. People...
It's just anxious life in general.
Yeah, like, you're not gonna... Prozac's not gonna alleviate every anxiety symptom. Like, you'll still be anxious sometimes. And you'll still have weird fucking things that come up. It doesn't mean it's a knockoff symptom of Prozac. But, I mean, yeah, I get weird fucking feelings out of nowhere all the time. And then, I get super anxious and feel out of it a lot. So, yes, to answer, you're not alone. You're good. You're good, Amanda. Just fucking keep going. You're on, like, fucking week 6 now, because that was a month ago. So, you're good. Well, let me know if you see this video, man. Let me know how you are in this comment section. Tyler Walter says, I have a question. When you have DP, did you question everything? Like I freak out that I have a mind and a body. Sounds crazy, but I have panic attacks over life. Yeah, man, that's DP.
No, that makes sense. That's normal, dude. It's called, you know, existential thoughts. Thoughts of the fact that you have a body, that you have a mind, that you're alive. That's completely normal in these.
Yeah. That's I mean, because when you think about it, man, like
it only freaks you out because you have DP. Once you feel normal
exactly,
again, that right here won't freak you out. Or you're just like, yeah.
You're just so into your head right now. that you're like, holy fuck, you know, everything's like that, like, holy shit. I've looked at the sky before and be like, holy shit, that looks far away and weird, dude. Like, anything, like, no matter what.
Yeah, or for instance, just looking up and being like, I'm spinning on a giant ball. Like right now, flying through the universe at 1 billion miles an hour.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
nobody's thinking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's
But
it's
at
just
the same time, though, it scares you, but you gotta learn how to embrace it and to think about it as cool instead of scary.
yeah. All right, we'll go over Tanner's questions. So Tanner, if you're watching this, we're gonna answer these questions in the live stream. Hopefully you catch it, and yeah, we'll go over them and kind of elaborate on them when we're done. Let's see what he's starting out with. First off, can you go over the symptoms I described in this picture, and then can you go over, is it a good sign about getting used to it, or is it different from recovery? Wait, what? Hold on. Can you go over? Okay, so he thinks, what he's asking, is it good to get used to the feeling? Or, like, is it good that you, like, do you need to get used to the feeling of it to not fear it anymore? Because he's scared if he gets used to it, of the depersonalization. Like, man, it's fuck it. You gotta, like, you almost gotta, it's not necessarily,
That's a good question, though.
yeah, yeah. Like, it's not necessarily like getting used to it. It's almost, it's just not fearing it. Like, that's what it comes down to. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It comes down to being educated on it and, you know, looking at it as, you know, this is a symptom of high anxiety. This is my brain protecting itself from being so worn out. And it's more about understanding rather than getting used to it. You know, and by understanding it, you fear it less. There's nothing.
Because I know,
like there was a famous scientist that had a famous quote that was like, "There's nothing to fear. There's just more things to understand."
Exactly. And you know, in my older videos, I would always say, like, get used to this shit, man. Fucking stop acting like this is some crazy thing that no one ever experiences. Like, just get used to it. Get comfortable in that shit, and then that way you can fight it. And I don't mean like get comfortable in it to where you like it and shit. Like, I just mean like, get comfortable in the feeling, and just fucking like realize that you're good. You know, you just feel weird because of your anxiety, and then once you get used to that, you'll be able to fight it. Yeah.
Make suffering. Get comfortable in suffering. You know, whether, and that's something that's a good one right there. For instance, I don't know about y'all. This sounds really weird. But it's actually a way that I use to get used to that suffering and get used to that weirdness and the level of anxiety that comes with that weirdness is when you have real bad anxiety, everything, even if you're not scared of something, all of a sudden you become scared of things that you weren't scared of before. Like, you're scared of the pitch black woods, you're scared of standing out there because for some reason you automatically feel more on edge when you are dealing in a high, even if you're only scared of your own mind with DP, you become more scared of everything because your anxiety senses and your nerves are on edge. So something to do. This is a crazy thing, but what I like to do is I'll go out to the woods beside my house at night, and I will walk out into the woods to the complete pitch black dark where your mind starts to run, where you can hear stuff, you know, little animals moving around or you and stuff like that. Yeah. I will literally stand there and force myself not to move, no matter how dark it is, no matter what I hear around me, and get used to the level of uncomfortability, get used to being uncomfortably or comfortable with uncertainty.
Yeah.
Not knowing what's around me.
Dude, and that's such a fucking good tool, like, that people don't, like, if you want to be fucking successful in life, this doesn't, like, just apply to DP. Like, get used to being embarrassed. Get used to fucking being scared. Like, get comfortable with that shit.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, so that way you don't, you don't get uncomfortable.
With uncertainty.
Yeah, because once you do that shit for so long, dude, you're a fucking monster. Like, you're not gonna get uncomfortable. You're not, like, in a situation, it's gonna become less and less and less until you're so open-minded that, like, let's say you're nervous about a speech. I know this is a big thing in high school. You're nervous about giving a speech. Get up there and fucking give every speech. I know it's scary at first, but like once you do it a few times, that was like me. Like I was nervous in high school to give my first speech in public speaking, like everybody is. And then after after I cut up and joked around with everybody knew I was a funny guy, and I was trying to be all cool and shit. Like I would get up there and I was nervous at first, and then I was cool. And then the second time we had to give a speech, I'm good. And then I keep giving speeches, and eventually it's like you're just fucking up there talking like. And that's the same aspect of what he's saying, man. And it applies to so much shit. Like the cold showers you do, like all that shit, man. Get used to it, and you can fucking, you can be a lot more successful in it.
Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
But yeah, that tip, that tool that you use whenever you go to the woods, man, like that right there.
I mean, it's the same thing as not running away from a panic attack. It's the same thing as not running away.
Yeah, you're training your brain.
You're training your brain to disregard the flight aspect of fight or flight. You're training your brain to ignore the flight and to stay confident and calm where you are and not run away from it.
Yeah. And man, that's you know, it's awesome if anybody they can do that. If you can go out to a, like, you know, everybody's circumstance is different, man. Some people might be scared to walk down the street, so you need to go to the end of the street and sit on the curb and fucking chill there. Yeah.
The reason I use the woods is not because I'm scared of the woods.
All right, we got some live comments.
When you get in the dark, your mind starts running faster with DP for some reason. When you get into pitch black and you can't see anything, your mind starts getting away from you. It's kind of a similar concept to a sensory deprivation thing.
Yeah. All right, Jake. We got Jake in here. I don't know if you're new to the channel or what, but welcome, man. He says avoiding caffeine is not good. It's an avoidance behavior. Now, like that is a different. Yeah, that's not true. That's like saying avoiding heroin is a fucking avoidance behavior.
Caffeine is literally liquid stress. That's not an avoidance behavior.
Yeah.
That's just doing something that's going to keep your mind and your nerves from being as on edge. An avoidance behavior is avoiding something you're scared of, not something that's not good for you.
Yeah. Well, he's got a super good question next, something that maybe we can help him out with. Any tips to get out and do exposures, or is breathing and self-talk about all I can do? My goal is to drive again. Been suffering for 8 years, but recently had an anxiety crisis that led to housebound. Man,
you're
like
pretty much dealing with agoraphobia at this point.
Yeah. Yes.
So he wants to drive again. Start driving short distances.
Yeah.
Just start out by sitting in the car.
Yeah.
Start out by sitting in the car.
Yeah, you don't gotta, man, I feel like everybody feels like they have to rush this shit, man, like
they have to drive 100 miles the first day. Man, you can just drive down the street 100 yards and back the first day.
Dude, I'm not bullshitting when I say this.
You gotta take a first step, even if that first step is only an inch. Dude, that's still a first step. Then you follow it with a second.
Yeah, and dude, like,
can't be afraid to start.
Yeah, and I know anxiety can lead to agoraphobia and same vice versa, but like,
especially with panic disorder.
Yeah, man, and you just gotta know, man, that like people have done it. Like I talked about this in the live stream, man. I was that guy. I'm not bullshitting. I could not drive down the street to this gas station because one time when I first got DP, I went to this gas station, and I'm talking about it's walking distance from my house. I drove there. It probably took me like 60 seconds. I went in there and shit looked off the wall, man. It looked weird and crazy, and turned around and left, man. And I stayed in the house for like a week, dude. It was fucking terrible, man. And I researched and watched videos and fucking just got worse and dug myself deeper. That's all you're doing by staying in the house. Like, don't nobody want to hear that. And you take as long as you need. Like, I'm not saying you need to get out now. I'm just saying that
the longer you stay in, the deeper in your head you get.
Yeah.
The more deeply you stay in, the more deeply you engrave those avoidance patterns and those and those what do they call them? Those in your mind. What do they
Yeah.
call that? Neural pathways.
Yeah.
The more deeply you engrave those neural pathways, and the harder it's going to be to change them. The longer you stand. So the faster you jump on this, the faster you're going to get better, and the easier.
That's dope.
That
He's actually
process.
walking down the street right now with his dog. He's halfway down the street. Dude, look. Like, you keep walking. Do not fucking stop. Like, just fucking walk farther than you walked before. And then you know...
And if you start to panic, man, you don't have to keep walking, but just stop and just sit there. Don't run back home. Sit there and feel that panic and stay in it. Don't run. Just sit there in it and just sit there and feel it until it stops. And once it stops, man, you're gonna realize that you're not scared of that anymore, and then you take the next step. It's literally that's how you retrain that amygdala, man. And once you get out there and you don't run from that panic, you just sit there. It's terribly uncomfortable. You just sit there until it goes away, and dude, then all of a sudden, you know, next time you're walking twice as far. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you take those steps, and you recondition your mind.
So, like, for instance, like, for me, and anybody that's followed my channel and talked to me, they know, man, like, I struggled with getting out far, man. Like, it was a chore for me to go to the gym down the street. And now, like, I work a full-time job, and I was that guy that said, I don't know if I'll ever be able to work again. Like, I 100% was that guy. I remember, like, James knows, like, I would hit him up and be like, dude, like, I do not know, like, how, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna work, man. I'm gonna freak the fuck out. It's gonna be weird. And after, like, I would just start by getting in my truck, driving down the street, listening to some chill music that I like, and just hanging out in the truck. Go down the street and park. Go park somewhere outside the road and just chill there, man. Walk your dog. Go walk it down the road and then just find somewhere to chill. If you got a park nearby, just fucking walk to the park. Like, anything like that. Just anything you can walk towards. And once you know you went farther than last time, next time you go, you'll be like, shit, man, last time I did it. Like, did nothing happen? And you just got to tell yourself that.
The key is consistency, though. You can't do it today and wait 3 days, do it again. You got to do it today. You got to do it tomorrow. Then you got to do it the next day. You got to do it every day.
Jake said, I was housebound before as well, so just do what I did last time. I did exactly what you guys just said. Yeah, man, just keep, yeah, it's awesome. Just keep doing it. Like, keep.
Yeah,
I was housebound before as well, so just do what I did last time. I did exactly what you guys just said. Yeah, man, you got to, like, I don't know your situation. I don't know, like, how far in exposure you got last time. I don't know if you were able to go down the street, or if you were able to drive 10 minutes away, or if you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much you trained your amygdala, so it don't matter. It don't matter. Like, none of that matters. If you got to start over, you got to start over. So now,
yeah, it's the same process no matter what.
Yeah, like, just keep fucking walking the dog every day, and walk and go farther. You don't have to go farther each day. Like, maybe just walk that distance every week, and then the next week come back farther, and then the next week come back farther, and then the next week, you know, until you feel comfortable, and then you can get in your truck and you can drive around, and then you can go to the fucking store and hang out in the store, and then you can fucking go over to your buddy's house and hang out at like, it's just like that. It's just a process, man, that I've learned.
And that's the thing, man. Another thing, speaking of that, is, man, one of my favorite sayings ever. Someone said to me one time, and I can't remember who told me this, but they were like, treat your anxiety and your panic, whatever you're dealing with, like a person. Would you allow a person to get in your face and push you around like you do your anxiety? Would you allow somebody to beat on you and stay and keep you in the house and sit there every day and not fight back? Would you allow somebody, a person, to do that to you?
Yeah.
And if you're not, you know, hell no, you would. You whoop somebody's ass before you let them do that.
Yeah.
Do the same thing to fight your anxiety as if it's a person. Don't let anybody or anything or any feeling push you around. After all, anxiety and panic and all that is just an emotion. Anxiety is nothing more than a emotion and a signal your body sends to you to try to get your attention when it thinks you're under a threat. But in reality, it's not always right. It's you who perceives it and tells it whether it's right or not. When you run away from something like a panic attack, all you're doing is saying, yeah, you're right, I am under threat. But when you don't run away, you're solidifying it and showing it that there's no problem. But you gotta be willing to do that.
Yeah. Jake said I could drive 40 minutes away on the highway. I was almost ready to apply for work. Yeah, man. I mean, listen to this. Sometimes in your recovery, you'll have setbacks, and until you fully recover, you have to learn everything you need to know in order to get out of a situation. Like, I know that sounds like a lot, but like, you'll have a setback, and all that is a learning experience. Like,
exactly.
Like, now you know.
The road is up and down. It is not straight.
Yeah, yeah. And, man, like, so first of all, you was diagnosed with agoraphobia and panic disorder. Alright, so you're agoraphobic and then you have panic disorder. Do you struggle with depersonalization? Like, that really don't matter, but, like, it's like, what scares, okay, so what scares you when you're driving away? Whenever you get down the road, what scares you?
What is it? Is it thinking about having a panic attack, or is it feeling like you're going crazy? What are you scared of that's keeping you from driving far away?
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, it's a slow process, and you can't get too impatient, man. You gotta, like we said, man, you gotta get fucking comfortable with that uncomfortableness. You gotta embrace it. You got to learn. You gotta learn a way to deal with it. Everybody's different. Everybody deals with it differently. It's just, man, it's just a way that you're gonna have to learn. You're not gonna be stuck like this forever.
Tell them they need to watch that video, that Joe Rogan Experience video.
Oh yeah.
With David Goggins. He's a man. If you want some motivation, this isn't just for anxiety and depersonalization. This is for life, and for facing things that you're scared of. Because this guy's a Navy SEAL who used to be scared of everything.
Oh, it's an awesome podcast.
He preaches suffering as a way to harden your mind and your body, just like we're doing right now. But he says, you know, if you're really gonna face your fears and do all this stuff, you can't just do them a little bit. You gotta climb in. You gotta go in a room with your fear and take its mask off and say, you know, what's up? I'm here, and face it head on, and get it. You know, lock yourself in a room with it, and really feel it, and get in with it, because that's the only way you're ever gonna overcome it. It's highly uncomfortable and it's scary, but it's the only way to overcome it is to get in its face and truly, you know, face it.
Yeah.
Good or bad, you gotta see it.
And yeah, man, Jake said, I have DPDR as well. Yes, it's the fear of panic attack, and then I'm losing my mind and going to die. I can't shake it for some reason. So yeah, it's the same shit.
Alright, yeah, it's the same shit that I deal with and that Dylan deals with.
Yeah. And man, dude, like, man, me and James got a bunch of videos on this, man, and you gotta think, whenever you get out, and that moment when you freak the fuck out and all that, it's your amygdala, right? Your amygdala is this little fucking tiny little fucking thing in your brain that says, hey, let's get the fuck out, you know, let's fucking go. And you gotta train that. So
that's your amygdala is the center for fight or flight in your brain.
Yeah. And man, it's just a way. It's all about the way you think. You have to figure out, like I said, you got to figure out a plan. Like James said, that you got to go. You got to take. Yeah, you got to recondition it, and you got to take. Like you got to have something like concrete, man. You can have something concrete in front of you, and like, what'd you say? Like a carry around an index card, like a plan, or put a note in your phone.
Man. Yeah, that's my favorite one. Is take an index card and write down, you know, your panic plan. That way, because when you start to freak out, you don't want to run away and, you know, freak out because you can't think logically. But as soon as you start to feel panic, pick that card up that says, you know, hey, you're okay, breathe, this and that, and
Yeah.
it's going to keep you grounded, and it's going to give you your entire. You can't remember your panic process of how you're going to calm yourself down when you're in the moment of having a panic attack, because you're not able to think logically because of the part of your frontal lobe turns off when you're in full fight or flight.
Yeah.
So you want to have that card there so you can read it, and it brings you back to reality, and it also gives you your plan in a concrete plan right there. That way you don't even have to think.
Yeah.
All you have to do is follow what's on that card.
Yeah. And yeah, man, that's an awesome tip. And you gotta have some kind of like you said, some kind of thing in front of me that you can look back on, because whenever you do get out there, you forget. Like, you panic and you're like, what the fuck do I do? And having something, and
Exactly.
you're gonna have to go out and practice this shit. Like, don't think the first time you go out there you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna kill it with my fucking index card. Like, you're gonna have to go back out there a couple times, and
It's just
yeah.
it's the only way you can. Just another thing from that David Goggins episode with Joe Rogan is, the only way you can truly figure out how to get through hell is by putting yourself in hell and figuring out how to get out.
Yeah.
You can't figure out how to get through panic attacks without going and having a panic attack.
Exactly.
You can't do it from the outside, looking at it from the outside. You have to put yourself in the shit to realize how to get through it. Because it's just like they say in the military, a plan is good until the first shot is fired. Then after that, it's all adapt and overcome.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man, you'll get through it, man. You just gotta, I will definitely try the index card out. Thanks, guys. Yeah, man. That's what we're here for. That was James's technique he has, and that's a good one.
And it definitely works. It's something, even, make you a few of them. Put one in your wallet, put one, on the gauge cluster in your car, wherever you may need it.
Yeah.
As soon as you start, don't wait till you're in it. As soon as you start to feel it, pick it up and read through it. Put something on there like number 1, breathe, calm down, do not run away. Number 2, breathe in for 4 seconds, out for 5 seconds. Number 3, this is only anxiety. It is just an emotion, a warning sign from your body. You cannot run.
Yeah.
Go have a simple step-by-step of your process on how you're going to get out of it. And yours may be different. There's no certain one you need. Everybody is going to be different. I'm just telling you, like, kind of how I do mine.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, Jake, use those tips, man. Keep walking your dog. Keep fucking getting out there. Push farther and farther, and throw an index card in your pocket so whenever you get too far and you start panicking, man, you can look at that concrete plan, and then just remember to sit in that shit, and just to know that it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna fucking kill you. You're not gonna go crazy, or you would have done went crazy. So
exactly.
It's just.
And that's the thing, that put on that card on your first one is stop. Put on that card. Number 1, do not run away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then another thing on there is this is what number 1 and 2 on all my cards is number 1, do not run away from this. Number 2, correct your posture. People don't realize how important your posture is.
Oh, yeah.
Having a panic attack. People get all closed in and close their shoulders and almost like balled up and almost as a standing fetal position. And that's not going to help you. What you got to do is broaden your chest, puff your chest out, put your shoulders back, and literally that sends messages to your brain of confidence, and it will help your panic and your fear to subside a certain amount. I promise you it will. So make that number 1 or 2 on your card. Don't run away. Number 2, fix your posture. And then, number 3, whatever breathing technique you want to do, and so on and so forth, whatever your personal process is.
Yeah. And just keep practicing, man. Keep fucking staying up to date with these live streams, man. Because maybe next time James will have some questions he can go over, and we can just keep bounce back and forth like that. But yeah, man, just keep coming into these live streams and letting us know how you're doing, and what works for you, what doesn't work, so other people can know. And
we like answering questions. I mean, it's not bad for us to do asking questions, the more we enjoy it. We
Yeah.
the ones where we get up here and nobody asking any questions.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, just hit that bell next to my name, and then go subscribe to It's Your Life, all one word like it is in the title. And he's got a bunch of videos over there. All right, let's get back to Tanner. All right, Tanner says, can you go over whenever I tell you I feel like I'm stuck in my head? I don't mean metaphorically, like people say they're thinking so much they feel stuck in their head. I literally feel trapped. Look, dude, I know exactly what you mean. Like, trust me, I get it. Yeah. Like, and it's just like, I know what you mean, but that's just part of the anxiety. Like, I know you feel trapped in your head.
That's part of the DP.
Yeah.
That's part of that DP feeling like you have a pane of glass, almost like you're a prisoner in your head and your body feels separate. Yeah, I know. We know exactly what you mean. We felt the same thing.
Yeah, and yeah, man, it's just a symptom, man. But yeah, you literally feel like this is how I described it, man. I felt like my soul was sucked out of my body, and it was nothing but a pair of fucking eyeballs in the back of my head that lost their fucking conscious.
I used to think when I first started dealing with it, I went and got my eyes checked because of that exact feeling. Felt like I was stuck in my head. I literally felt like maybe something was wrong with my eyes, and that's what was causing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's the thing, is you can't. That's what it is, though. It's that part of that depersonalization. It's that detachment. It's your body protecting you. It's that mechanism that's causing you to feel that way. And once you're out of this and you stop feeling that, that will go away.
Yeah. Because
it's not something you have to worry about. Everything in your brain that's going on right now, all this crazy shit that's happening in DP, once you're out, you won't even understand why you were worried about it. It will confuse you just to think about it, because you can only think about it in this weird, strange, non-logical way when you're in DP. Once you're better, you will not think like this anymore. You will be fine.
And just like we said, more people struggle with DR than DP. I think Tanner struggles with more DR. And
yeah.
Like, that was me. Like, that was me in the beginning. Like, when I first... Yeah, sure. Like, it was everything looked so fucking weird, and I was trapped in my head. And that gets better. Like, 1000%. Because me, now, I feel more grounded, but I still have that crazy fucking feeling. It's more DP now than it is DR. It's kind of weird how it fucking transfers and shit, but... Like, man, just some people...
It really is, because I didn't used to deal with all the brain fog. Now, my brain fog's horrible.
Yeah. And it's just like stages of it. But the next question, it might be that's a good question for you, James. I don't know if you'll want to answer it or not, but damn it, I lost it. He said, let's ask. Wait, hold on. Also, can you ask It's Your Life to talk about how close he is to recovery, because having it so long scared me after watching a few of his videos. And then can you go over to explain to him why you digressed and...
Okay, see, I've been dealing with this for about 7 years, and, you know, people get freaked out by all that and all that kind of stuff. You know, I was another one of those cases where for the first while, I had no idea what I was dealing with, and, you know, when you don't know what you're dealing with, you keep worrying. I did almost get better, though, towards the beginning, because I got straight back out there. It's almost like a fact that because I almost got better faster because I wasn't so focused on it and I didn't know what it was, so I stopped looking at it.
Yeah.
And you know, it don't let it scare you that I've been dealing with it for that long, because like I said, that it was because of that I didn't know what was going on, and then I almost got better and I digressed because I stopped. I got fired from my job at the time because of I was a driver and their insurance wouldn't hold me anymore because of some speeding tickets I had, and I basically digressed because I lost my job and I went and sat back at home for 6 months without, just sat on my butt and didn't do anything, and I got back stuck in my head. And because I was on a medicine at the time that was highly bad for my recovery. And I'm not going to mention the medicine because this medicine is not going to be one that I don't
Yeah.
know of anybody else who takes it, and it's not relevant because not it's, you know, different medicines do different things to everybody. But basically, it made me so numb that I was like a zombie, and I couldn't. It was literally keeping me in DP. But you know, like I said,
And
I
then you
started
came off of
dealing
it
with
too
it.
fast, right?
Yeah, and I came off of it too fast, and it bothered me a bunch, so I kind of got stuck there. But that's more, and then it really, you know, started to affect me. But like I said, you know, this whole time I had no clue what was going on. I still hadn't figured out what the deal was. Once I really started figuring out and becoming educated on it, I didn't have all these videos yet that you're sitting here watching.
Yeah.
You know, back when I started dealing with stuff, none of these videos were on YouTube. None of
Yeah.
it, you know, all this information wasn't out there. It was just me worried about it being by myself. You know, I didn't see my first YouTube video about it until I was, you know, 5 years in.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, it's taken me so long because, you know, it's simple. I didn't have the information you do. You have the information right in front of you now. Everything you need to get better. I had no clue how to get better. It took me all this time just to be able to get up all this information to be able to tell you how to do it.
Yeah, and people really just don't realize how much like this platform and like being able to communicate with other folks, how much that helps. Like being able to relate to somebody, that is the biggest tool that we have in this generation.
Exactly, because I'll tell you what, man, like really and seriously, because you know, like I said, there was a bare minimum of information about this. A lot of the information that I know now is not anything that I have read. It's based on things that I've read, and it's literally my own research from dealing with this through my own life that I've come up with this. This stuff isn't stuff you'll read in a book because I couldn't find it anywhere, and this is literally from my own research.
Yeah.
Reading basic psychology books and putting it together in ways that made more sense. And yeah, this is you know my personal research, so I know what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah.
I know that there's things that some psychiatrists or psychologists will tell you that's bullshit. And I'm like, that's you don't understand, and we understand it. So that's the thing is you have all this information now that didn't used to be out there. So
yeah, and you got people to communicate with.
Yeah, don't get scared when you hear me say that long. It's because, you know, I didn't understand what it was. You know, you got this great thing here that, you know, that we didn't have. It's gonna be a walk in the park for you. It's not gonna be easy because everyone has to fight their own battle. But you know, as long as you follow the steps we've laid out, you know, we've eliminated 95% of battles.
Yeah.
You didn't have to figure out how to do all this. As long as you do what we say, you know, and actually follow it and commit to it, shit, you'll be out in no time.
Yep. Yeah, that's, for sure, man, because, like, I truly started getting better, man, whenever I started reaching out and, like, got a hold of James, man, and like, just communicating like that and having somebody that you could, I understand that not everybody has that, like, somebody they can talk to with DP, but, like, I know y'all get on the Facebook groups, and that's good and bad, too, but, like, commenting on videos and, like, getting on these live streams, like, I mean, we're the only people I know on here that do live streams on anxiety and DP, like, so, I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you can come in here and get other people in here and everybody bounce ideas off each other, it's almost like a comfort zone you can come to and kind of relate to everybody.
Yeah, you can talk to people who literally understand it, not just reading something. I'm not just reading something out of a book.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you know, this is going to help you, but I've never felt it, so I don't truly understand how you feel. No, I understand it. I'm here. I feel you. I can relate 100%. I know what I'm talking about. I'm here. You know, I've been here, and I'm not BSing you when I tell you, you know, I know how you feel.
Yeah, that's about it. But then Tanner said, and Dylan, can you go over if you're almost off medication? Alright, here's the deal. And then he says, and if It's Your Life takes medication. It's Your Life, I don't think you're taking anything right now, are you, James?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, he don't take anything. Now I take Prozac and a 0.5 milligram of Klonopin at night. The reason, so I was taking 0.25. I was good, and until and then I got, and don't get me wrong, being on 0.2, being on 0.5 Klonopin, it does kind of like stay in the subconscious of my mind. Like, it does scare me, like, which is a super fucking low dose, and it shouldn't scare me, but it still does, because I'm like, what the fuck happens when I get off of it? But I know inside that once I taper off slowly, it's gonna be such a small fucking dose that, like, it really doesn't matter.
You've acquired the tools that even if you were on no medication, you can manage, because you have acquired the tools that are gonna allow you to do so.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I take Prozac as 20 milligrams one time a day in the morning, and I take 0.5 of Klonopin at night. My plan, it was to stay on 0.25 and keep tapering off that. But then I got this job where I work 8 to 5, and 8 in the morning to 5 at night, which was a huge fucking deal for me because I was a night owl. So I needed to fucking, I just bumped it back up to 0.5. And just to level me out until I get settled. I've been working here for 2 weeks now, so I'll probably do it for like probably 2 months, a month or two. And then after I get perfectly fine with my job and it's a routine and like ritual, I'll fucking bump back down to 0.25, and then I'll start tapering. So, I mean, that's my plans. You know, I'll be off my medication by the end of the year. But my problem with me was these bitch ass psychiatrists, just to be completely blunt. All these fucking know-it-all fucking that went to their little fucking 2-year degree at some fucking community college, and they think that I'm like some drug addict, or they think that I want to get fucked up off of it. And I couldn't, the hospital prescribed me Klonopin. And and now I got a appointment with a psychiatrist that can actually help me, and she seems super cool. But man, I've dropped like, what was it, like $150 on a fucking chick that just started, and she didn't do nothing but re-prescribe my Prozac, so that was a fucking waste of time.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Dude, yeah, man, it's fucking, that's another thing, man. Like, you'll just have to search through psychiatrists and psychologists. Like, you'll just have to go through them, man, because some of them will piss you off and you'll feel more anxious because they make you feel crazy and shit. Like, one, I went in there and she made me feel like all she kept asking me was, am I suicidal? Do I hallucinate? Do I hear voices? Like, man, bitch,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here.
No, like, mental illness isn't all crazy people. Sometimes people just worry and have fear related.
I'm like, bitch,
Like,
obviously, like, dude, I can talk to somebody and I can know they're like, if they're comprehending good, and know that they're not fucking hearing voices. Like, fuck.
Exactly. Like, I know the difference between somebody who's batshit crazy and somebody who just seems overwhelmed with stress and fear.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you'll just have to go through. You'll have to go through a psychiatrist and psychologist, and kind of. You just gotta kind of go through, man. If you got insurance, that's fucking good, man. It'll be a lot easier. I didn't have insurance. That was my main problem during DP, is I didn't have insurance and I had to pay out of pocket, so I couldn't afford it because I couldn't work. Like, I couldn't do shit because I couldn't leave the fucking house. So whenever I finally got insurance through my mom's work, that helped me out a lot. And then my new job offers insurance, so when I run out on my mom's plan, I got insurance there.
Man, that's a big thing for me that I gotta get on, is because you know, my insurance on my folks runs out soon.
Yeah.
So I gotta figure out whether I'm gonna do it through company or whatever job.
Buy it straight up. Yeah, man, dude, man, as the older you get, man, it's so fucking good to have. I didn't ever think about it until I fucking started dealing with this, but
yeah, you never think about it until you need it.
yeah. And then I'm like calling every psychiatrist office around, like, can you get me in today? I'll pay fucking extra. I'll buy out the last dude's fucking appointment. Like, I'm over here trying to bribe them and shit. But man, like, I called like 8 different. Man, I've done a few things. Update, actually. I tried to make an update video, I didn't. So I went to see a psychiatrist. That bitch pissed me off. I called around, went and talked to a few more. I found a cool one, and I told her the medications I was on, and she was like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'll have to get my situation a little bit better, but she seems super dope about it. And so hopefully I'll meet with her. I think it's, I want to say it's the beginning of this coming up month. And then I got a chiropractor appointment, because I'm all about body function. I'm all about having my body aligned and having everything aligned perfectly. So for me, I went and got a deep tissue massage because I thought, hey, you know, my muscles may be tense, causing stress, and it did help. Like, I felt super relaxed when I left, and my muscles felt loose and shit. And then I made me a chiropractor appointment to align my back, because your nervous system is through there, and it's from your brain stem to your spine to your back, like, and through all that shit. So I feel like aligning your back and getting any tension off anything and relying on your vertebrae and shit. So that's kind of why I wanted to go through a chiropractic. But yeah, yeah, you did acupuncture, and you said that like it relaxed you, didn't it?
Oh, for sure, dude. It will definitely relax you. You know, I don't think it was some kind of miracle cure.
Yeah.
By any means, like some people try to claim. I think that's stretching it a bit far, but it'll definitely, you know, ease the tension and help you relax. Sure.
It's just like a tissue massage or anything like that. It's getting all the tension out the muscles, and I guess that's what they're doing, right? Getting tension out the muscles and everything in there.
Tension out the muscles and releasing tension from different areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. It's.
I'll have to check that out. I don't know about needles in my face. That's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, dude. I probably had like 12 needles in my face.
Yeah, that's
but
sketchy.
Honestly, dude, it doesn't hurt. Like, it hurts less than popping a pimple.
Damn.
Yeah.
Indiana Joe Vlog says, diet is good. I gave up caffeine on the spot. Been caffeine free for 9 years now. That's fucking awesome, dude.
9 years?
Yeah.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah. I really want to check out acupuncture. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, it's cool. I'm not telling you that it's gonna cure every ailment of your life like some people try to claim for you, but it definitely relaxes you and is a good way to chill out, just like a deep tissue massage like Dylan was talking about.
Yeah. No, any kind of massage, man, or really what you're just looking for in any of that shit is just get the tension out of your muscles. And because like what happens is like your muscles get twisted and they're against tendons and ligaments, and like you got all this fucking shit twisted, and I don't know what it's twisted against or what its tension is pushed against, but I'm pretty sure it ain't good. So if you can loosen up those muscles and then like make those muscle bellies smaller and relaxed, it'll just, your body will just adapt better, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, everything's aligned more properly.
Yeah, and that's why I'm such a big, like, it's all about releasing that muscle tension, and when you release the tension out of your muscles and open your body up, man, crazy stuff can happen. Like, you can heal so many things for just getting the tension out of your body.
Just like, man, like we do like hip stretches, man. That's fucking great.
Well, that's what I was about to say, man. That's why I'm such a huge proponent of yoga. Man,
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Yoga will be harder than doing real yoga will be harder than almost any workout you've ever done.
Oh, yeah.
Early about it. There's so many professional athletes and Navy SEALs and everybody else who does it, and because it really is opens your body, it de-stresses you. Your body is way more healthy when it's loose and balanced out like that, and
Yeah.
it's super hard, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
also gives you, it almost like gives you a high, kind of like the cold shower does.
Yeah.
You release all those muscles, man, and your body feels incredible, and I'm a huge believer in that, man. There's a
Yeah,
way
dude.
to
Yeah.
increase your tension and help you stress.
I definitely suggest, man, at the end of the night, if you can do it, yeah, number one, like, you got to get tension out of your hips. And like what I do, I haven't been doing it here lately, man. I fall off of these routines and I got to get back on them.
Yeah, I'm the same. I get in and then I get out and then I
I
get
know
back in.
we would be like, man, I stretched and I juiced, and then we'd fall off of it, and we fucking wouldn't be juicing or shit.
Yeah, man, that's something I really got to get back on too. Is that damn juicing? God, I always feel so good when I'm juicing.
Yeah, you just feel healthy.
Yeah, man, it just cleans you out.
Yeah, but at the end of the night, man, if you can do this, I know James he's real big on the cold showers. Man, he tried to get me to do it. The shit was cold. Like, this shit is fucking hard.
I stayed on him about it for months and months and months.
Yeah, this shit's hard, but if you can do it, man, it does, like, you feel so fucking good when you get out. I'll probably hop in one after this.
I do before bed. I do like when I do one before bed. Like this is how I do it because I do my shower where I'm like washing my hair and washing and all that stuff first thing in the morning. But I do if depending on if I got super sweaty that day, I'll take another one at night. But if I didn't get real sweaty or anything, and I just want to do it quick, I'll just do a cold shower right before bed. But I like doing cold shower in the morning, cold shower in the evening. And I'm not saying it's got to be all cold the whole time, because hell, that's just miserable. But I do for at least 5 to 10 minutes at the end of every shower. Should be as cold as it can possibly go. Not just cool, cold.
Yeah. Dude, I had that whenever I remember texting you that day. Dude, I had it fully cranked, and it was like 20 degrees outside. I was like, dude, there's no way I can stay in there for 15 minutes. There's no fucking way. Dude,
you can do it if you fight it. You have to fight. It's the same thing as the fighting the runaway instinct in a panic attack. It's the same exact way.
Yeah.
It's fighting the flight. You have to stand it, and I promise you, you may not be able to breathe for the first minute. You may be gasping for air, and your body's trying to get you to get out of it, but your body levels out after a minute or two, and all of a sudden that ice cold water isn't ice cold.
Yeah, it's just like jumping in a really cold ass river or pool. You get used to it pretty quick.
It takes your breath away, but by the end of it, you literally have a giant body high. Like, it feels almost like you've taken a drug because of all the endorphins that are rushing to your body.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But like at the end of the night, man, if you can stretch out your hips and stretch out your whole body, man, get everything good and loose. You want to loosen up all the muscle bellies, and get everything real good, because you don't want to go to bed stiff and fucking uncomfortable and shit. So do that, and then if you can go dude, what I do is, like, when I get home from work, if I'm not going to the gym, I'll take a regular warm shower about like 7:30, and if I'm feeling it, dude, like I haven't done it here lately, but I'll take a cold shower before I go to bed. Like, I mean, like, probably like a 7-minute cold shower, and it's fucking hard. Like, that 7 minutes is long, but I put a timer on my phone.
But by the time you get out, dude, once you get out and like 30 seconds goes by, once you turn that one off, it's like all of a sudden the endorphins start rushing to your body, and it's the craziest feeling.
Yeah. So yeah.
So relaxing.
So stretching, and then like get you a good cold shower, and then just do some kind of I don't know, man, some kind of relaxation, whether it's, some people like listen to music, some people like whatever, but just chill out a little bit before you go to bed, man. You got to get in a good zone. I like watching like YouTube videos on trucks and shit and hunting and all that, just because that's what I'm into, but it doesn't matter what it is.
Anything you can do to relax.
Yeah, and man, if you can do that every night and eat healthy during the day, that'll get you close.
Everybody needs. See, Dylan he likes the YouTube videos and stuff. I like, I'm a big proponent of turning all your electronic devices off. Not everybody. An hour and a half or so before you go to bed, just because it allows your mind to start slowing down. But everybody needs that like hour and a half cool down period before bed to just really get in the zone for sleep. Just really calming down, like, reading a book, listening to a podcast, stretching out. I like my favorite thing in the world is doing the cold shower thing, and then sometimes I'll do a cold shower in the evening. I don't do one every evening. I do it every night before I get to bed. I'll put a podcast on, and I will sit on the floor and I will stretch my hips out. And I will stretch for 30 minutes or an hour while I'm laying, sitting there getting ready for bed. And once I'm done, I climb into bed and I pass out.
Yeah. Indiana Jones vlog says, heck, that will give you an anxiety attack, won't it? I'm guessing he's referring to the cold showers.
Tell him that's what you use it for, though. You use it to train for your panic attacks. But that's why I originally started doing wasn't even for the endorphin rush. I never knew that it gave you a body high when you took one. The only reason I started doing it is because I noticed when I jumped straight in a cold shower that my body, that it made me lose my breath. That your body starts to freeze out. But as soon as you jump back out of it, that stops.
Yeah.
So that's a way you train your body. The same way when you start to have a panic attack, you want to run away. It's the same thing for a cold shower. You hop in and you keep hyperventilating, and you realize that you're fine, even though you're hyperventilating, and then eventually your body levels out and you're good. Just the same way as if you were having a panic attack. Kept sitting there and you didn't run away, your mind realizes that, okay, I'm not actually under any threat, and you level out and you're good. But it's a way to practice for those panic attacks. The reason I originally started doing it, but now I don't do it for that because my nerves don't react that way anymore. Because if you take a cold shower for 2 weeks, it doesn't even make you hyperventilate anymore. No matter, even if it's 30 degrees, even if it's 35 degrees, but the reason I do it now is just for all the incredible benefits. There's so many good positive health benefits to it.
Yeah, man, yeah, it's awesome, man. The shit it can release. I guess we got one more question we can kind of elaborate on. One more by Tanner. I want to address is when it was really bad when I would go out and play sports, etc. I would tell a lot more improvement of symptoms while distracted, but now today as my baseline of DPDR isn't as bad when I'm distracted and busy and stuff, I don't feel that significant improvement. Is that a bad sign or what? And that's a complicated question.
Let's say I'm not quite understanding that question, to be honest with
you. Yeah. I want to, it was really bad. He said it was really bad. It was really bad when I would go out and play sports. I would tell a lot of improvement of my symptoms while I was distracted. But now, since my DP isn't as bad when I'm distracted and busy, I don't feel that improvement. So I guess he doesn't feel...
He doesn't feel like he's making progress as fast.
Yeah, pretty much. Because when he's distracted, he says...
Well, I mean, you're going to notice your biggest improvements right at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah.
Once you realize what it is, then after that, it's going to be slow.
It's going to linger.
Yeah, it's going to linger, and your progress is going to be slower because the steps you're taking after that are smaller because you've knocked a bunch of the big steps out of the way early. Your remaining steps may be slower and they may take longer to come, but they're smaller in stature than a lot of the original problems.
Yeah, yeah, and man, it's just. You're still, you want to know the truth, man, you're still thinking about it too much because you wouldn't notice that while you're distracted, you still don't feel as good as of a distraction as you did when, I don't know, man, you're just still thinking about it too much. You're not living your life fully. And that's really all it is, because if you're noticing that when you're distracted, it's not as good as whenever it was before, that's just because you caught some relief in the beginning.
That's the thing, is if you're not out pushing yourself, into uncomfortable situations, then you're not as serious about your therapy as you need to be.
Yeah.
Because unless you're uncomfortable, that's the thing about when it comes to facing fears and to facing anxiety issues, if you're not uncomfortable, then you're not making any progress.
Yeah, and like, I'm still uncomfortable every day. It's no, like today, I drove fucking, man, hold on, what the fuck happened?
You drove a long way today.
Yeah, man, I drove, shit, like 45, 50, like almost an hour out, right, just there. just there, and I had to sit there by myself. Nobody's around. I'm at a truck center, and I'm waiting on the guy that I work with to drop off a unit to pick him up, and then drive an hour back. So in this time, I'm sitting here chilling, man, and I'm just like, fuck, man, like, I know I'm good, but what if? You're still gonna have what ifs, like, you're just...
That's the thing. That's the thing. What ifs are fears. Once you face all of your fears, those what ifs go away.
Yeah, because
because once you've conquered all of them, you know, you're like, I know what I'm gonna do if something happens. So you never think about it.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened today, man. I was an hour away, and I was like, shit, I didn't bring my anxiety medicine. And then I told myself, like, fuck it. Like, you're good, though. Like, man, I don't know, man. You just got to kind of get, like, cocky with it. And, I don't know, man. You got to kind of fight back. You can't just fucking fall in your room and stay in. I've learned that.
You have to laugh in the face of your anxiety.
Yeah.
Like when it comes in, it tries to bully you around, slap you around, and your heart starts beating hard. You start feeling freaked out. You start feeling like you're crazy. You laugh, literally start laughing out loud. You may look kind of crazy to somebody.
Yeah.
But you fucking serious. Like laugh in the face of it. You're like, yeah, this isn't gonna stop me. I'm still going. This little weak shit. This little weak hyperventilating. I don't care. I'm still overcoming.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's see, somebody else comment. Sometimes it is funny, LOL. Yeah, sometimes it's funny from not while you're in it. That shit ain't funny while you're dealing with it. But yeah, whenever you look back, sometimes it is funny, man. Yeah, you just think like, damn, I was scared to fucking go to Walmart. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You can be scared. That's the thing. Like it's all a learning experience. Because I get irritated myself sometimes. I'm like, damn, when I was 14 years old, I could have driven to California and I would have never panicked one time.
Oh hell yeah.
Now as 20 years old, heck, I can barely ride around the city without getting all worked up and everything.
Yeah.
You can't let that bother you, because eventually you're going to get back to the point again where you're like, man, I can do anything I want to. I don't even know why that bothers me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It goes in cycles, man. You just got to be willing to take the ups and downs. It's not like we've said a billion times, it's not a straight road. It's going to have its ups and downs.
Yeah, man, yeah, it can have its days where you feel shitty. Like today, I don't feel great, but I know that tomorrow's...
I had a really rough day today and yesterday.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, tomorrow is a new day. That's the way I look at it every day.
Yep. You can't linger in today or tomorrow. You gotta be in the present day. Like, well, today was shitty, but I'm not gonna let the problems of today, yesterday affect my today.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I wake up each day like that. Every night I go to sleep, man, this is exactly what goes to my mind. Tomorrow, I had a shitty day today. It was kind of shitty, but people have shitty days in general. Like, you're gonna have a shitty day. Today was just a shitty day. Tomorrow, I can flip all this shit around. And that's kind of like how I look at everything. So, just develop that mindset.
Just 'cause today was shitty doesn't mean tomorrow's gonna be too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way I look at it. And I've made a lot of progress like that. And developing that mindset and all these other mindsets we're talking about and these techniques, man, like, you fucking got it right there. It's just that...
Hey, and I'll tell you what, too, something else, like you just said, your philosophy there. Developing that day at a time philosophy in your life, like seriously, making that a part of your daily life is, developing that one day at a time mentality is incredibly useful.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you could really get good at taking your life a day at a time and not thinking about tomorrow or the next day, it can help so much.
Oh, yeah.
In way more ways than just anxiety.
Because most of the time, the fear is of the future with this. Like, it's like...
that's what fear is, bro. Fear is the human condition because it is the fear of the future. We're the only species of animal that can fear a moment that has not come yet.
Yeah. Why couldn't I have just been a fucking dog?
Gotta be a dolphin, man.
Man, dude, I would have just been a dolphin.
And a dolphin just out crushing fish and hanging out with my buddy Flipper.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck, they gotta fucking make me fucking Dylan with DP.
Like D'Lo Green.
D-Lo Green with DP. Fuck with me. Man, we've been on here a minute. How long is it?
We've been on here for a little while. I bet we've been on here over an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, we're finna wrap it up that way. Let's see if there's any last questions. Hey man, can't... Oh, Lucas stopped by and said, hey man, can't stay, just came to say hi and hope y'all are doing well.
Priest, Lucas.
Yeah, man, we're good, man, we're good. We're just doing these live streams. We'll catch you next time. Go do your thing.
Didn't Lucas get a job or he had an interview?
He had an interview. I don't know if he got the job or not.
Lucas, hope you got the job, man.
Yeah, that would have been, beneficial for sure.
That's a huge step in DP, even if it's part-time.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get in DP, if you hadn't been working for a while, a huge step is you know, just a part-time or full-time job is a way to push yourself back out there.
Lucas got the job.
Plus, man, it's nice. It's just helpful, man, because it keeps you focused on something besides you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It keeps you engaged in the world. Indiana Joe Vlog says, love you guys. Good luck to all of y'all and keep doing the live streams. Appreciate it, man, and we will. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here more often. We're going to keep doing them because it seems to benefit a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's almost like a podcast over a video game.
Yeah, it really is. But
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Good night, guys. All right, night, Lucas, man. Have a good night. Good luck with that job, dude. All right, y'all. I guess we're gonna cut it off. Like I said, like any questions y'all got, just drop them in the comments below. That's the easiest way to get in touch with me because we can read those comments off. And just go, like I said, go watch James's channel. I'll link it down below whenever I get off this live stream. I'll throw it in the comment section of the chat. And go subscribe to his channel, man, and go watch his videos. He's got a bunch of tips. I got a bunch of tips, and you'll be golden. You're set. You're good.
You've got all the information you need right here in these videos.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like I said, just fucking, you know, comment any questions y'all got, and if y'all do know anybody or talk to other people that struggle with it, just send them this way, man. The more people we can help, the better. And that's about it, man. I'll catch y'all on the next live stream. You got anything you want to tell them, James?
Oh man, just check me out over at It's Your Life. Check out my videos. Of course, check out the rest of Dylan's videos, and keep coming in on these live streams. And as long as we got support, we'll keep doing them.
Yeah, man. And yeah, y'all just leave some comments on what y'all want to know, and we'll get back to y'all. And we'll see y'all next video.
All right, guys.